The Power of Fun by Katherine Price. Here's a concise summary to help you learn. When was the last time you really had fun? Was it dinner with friends? Or seeing that last movie you were waiting for? While those types of things were all fun, it's not the same level of sensory overload fun that we might know from running through a non-crowded amusement park or laughing for hours with your friends at one of your favorite comedy shows. To distinguish our rather mundane, everyday use of the word fun to describe our activities from the more exciting, full-on kind, Katherine Price, the author of The Power of Fun, has developed and built on a concept of what she calls true fun. Because let's face it, we can all use some more true fun in our lives. Let's examine 6 of the best ideas from the book The Power of Fun, How to Feel Alive Again by Katherine Price. Here's a thought-provoking quote from the Power of Fun review before we dive in. True fun is the feeling of being fully present and engaged, free from self-criticism and judgment. It is the thrill of losing ourselves in what we're doing and not caring about the outcome. It is laughter. It is playful rebellion. It is euphoric connection. It is the bliss that comes from letting go. When we are truly having fun, we are not lonely. We are not anxious or stressed. We are not consumed by self-doubt or existential malaise. If you enjoy these types of book summaries, please be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Keep watching until the end for some great action steps towards success. And we've also included an Amazon link to the book in the comments for your convenience. Idea number 6. True fun occurs when playfulness, connection, and flow coincide. When the author of The Power of Fun, Katherine Price, started looking for a definition for this overused 3-letter word, fun, she found it rather elusive. And perhaps surprisingly, she also found a dearth of research on the subject. So she set out to develop her own terminology and definitions, starting with true fun. Through analyzing her own experiences and those of more than 1,500 volunteers from various backgrounds across the globe, she concluded that we experience true fun when flow, playfulness, and connection occur at the same time. You feel connection when you share a special experience with another person, but you could also feel connected to things like nature or a pet. Playfulness is what you experience when you do something just for the sake of doing it. You're not looking for a particular reward or outcome. You're carefree, you laugh, and you feel completely free of your responsibilities. And you know the saying that time flies when you're having fun? Well, that's when you're experiencing flow. You're so engrossed in what you're doing in the present moment that time seems to fly by. Now, if you experience any one of these, or a combination of 2 of them, you'll undoubtedly feel a whole range of positive emotions, joy or satisfaction, for example, but when all 3 occur at the same time, that's when the author says that true fun begins. Here's that big idea again. True fun occurs when playfulness, connection, and flow coincide. True fun feels electric. It can be a fleeting moment soon forgotten, or it can be something you return to as a pleasant memory for the rest of your life. But however long it lasts, true fun is an experience. It's an energy that exists in the present moment. So now that we have a definition of true fun, it's much easier to see what it's not. Think for a moment about the many things you do that are passive, like reading a book, watching Netflix, or going to a concert. These activities may be relaxing or thrilling, and in many cases satisfying. They're usually not a waste of your time. But unless there's playfulness, connection, and flow, for example, the singer at the concert really connects with the audience, or you sing and dance along with your friend, chances are you're a passive consumer. And that simply saps time and energy from pursuing true fun. The author notes a few things that are true fun killers, the first of which is distraction. When you're distracted, your attention is divided and you won't experience flow. Judgment is also a major buzzkill. When you stop to evaluate what you're doing, you step out of the moment and are no longer in flow. And when there is no flow, playfulness, and connection present, chances are you're not enjoying yourself at all. Number 5. True fun is good for your health and your happiness. Okay, here's an inescapable truth. We are all going to die someday. The things that keep us up at night won't matter. the things we obsess over on a daily basis, our careers, our failures, our relationships, our investment portfolio, our likes on social media, are all ultimately meaningless. While ultimately we can't do anything about our final destination, we can make sure we enjoy the journey up until our last day. Most of us have been trained that everything we do has to have a purpose. We've learned that purely pleasurable experiences aren't priorities. We might even find ourselves feeling guilty when we have them. Our modern busy lives don't help either. What's worse is that we've developed a kind of toxic relationship with our devices. Our phones, our computers, screens of all kinds. Just consider that even before COVID-19, the average American adult was spending 4 hours a day on their phone. That adds up to 60 days a year, or 25% of their waking lives. And that's just phones. Here's that big idea again. True fun is good for your health and your happiness. Your phone addiction is damaging your ability to have moments of true fun, that beautiful thing that's good for you emotionally, physically, and mentally. When we experience true fun, we don't have to pretend to be someone else. We let our guard down and become more open to humor and connection, and we get back in touch with our real selves. Not only that, but play actually increases the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which then stimulates nerve growth in the decision-making and emotional processing areas of our brains. And when it comes to connection, some experts believe that loneliness and isolation can lead to a higher risk of health problems, such as high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke, comparable to those caused by smoking 15 cigarettes per day. Conversely, people who develop strong relationships live longer and have reduced levels of cognitive decline. In short, true fun can make us healthier and happier, so we need to be more intentional about creating it in our lives. Number 4. Before looking for more fun, do a fun audit and establish a baseline. The Power of Fun book encourages us to identify 3 important things: our fun magnets, our fun factors, and our anti-fun factors. There are a lot of typical physical and emotional effects associated with true fun. Signs include laughter, losing track of time, feeling free, letting go, being totally present in the moment, and a sense of childlike excitement and joy. Most likely, when you experience these things, you have some wonderful combination of playfulness, connection, and flow. Here's that big idea again. Before looking for more fun, do a fun audit and establish a baseline. Here are a few activities that the author suggests to help you to identify true fun and encourage you to have more of it. First, take a journal or notebook and dedicate 60 undistracted minutes. Think of 3 true fun moments in your life. Go back to each moment and imagine everything you sensed and felt. Make an exact account of where you were, what you were doing, how old you were, who else was there, and why it felt like so much fun to you. Next, think about something in the future you'd like to organize or take part in and write down everything in the same way. This exercise helps you to really define what makes this type of experience so special to you. Also, keep a fun journal, a record of everyday activities, people, and settings which for you create playfulness, connection, and flow. Label each with P, C, and or F, and note down who you were with, what you were doing, and where. Review your journal regularly, for this will help you to really establish a baseline of what brings about true fun in your life. Number 3. Identifying your fun magnets, fun factors, and anti-fun factors will help you experience more true fun. Now that you've assessed some of your true fun history, you can plan for the conditions you can set in place for you to experience true fun and identify your fun magnets, fun factors, and anti-fun factors. First, make sure you're completely present and engaged. No distractions, remember? Put that phone away. Then, nobody should feel judged or self-conscious during the activity, and everybody involved should go all in. No half measures. It's important not to think about a reward or outcome from the activity too, so embrace your playfulness. Seeking out your fun magnets, the settings, activities, and people that trigger your sense of playfulness, connection, and flow, is also likely to present more opportunities for true fun. So make engaging with these a priority. You could even compare fun magnets with friends so you can seek out true fun together. Next, think about what characteristics your fun magnets have that make them so magnetic. You might find you're drawn to physical activities, playing sports or hiking, for example. Or perhaps you prefer more intellectual pursuits, maybe strategy games or discussions with friends lasting long into the night. What really creates a flow of fun for you? Assess those things and do what you can to create similar types of experiences. Here's that big idea again. Identifying your fun magnets, fun factors, and anti-fun factors will help you experience more true fun. It's a good idea to know what repels you too, your anti-fun factors. For example, how do you feel about risk? If you're risk averse, then simply avoid risky activities. But also, don't get too stuck in your ways. If you challenge your assumption that you dislike these things, you may be surprised to find that maybe you've changed as you've gotten older. Number 2, prepare for fun by making space, pursuing your passions, and attracting fun. This Power of Fun book review turns to the acronym SPARK to get things moving. You're going to make space, pursue passions, attract fun, rebel, and keep at it. Making space means decluttering both your mental and physical space. Work toward forgiveness and letting go of any resentments you may feel toward others. Cluttered physical spaces can also increase anxiety and stress. Discard things you no longer need and make tidy the things you want to keep. And just as you do for your physical space, declutter your mind too. Write down the things you need to remember or think through. And don't forget to make space for others in your life too. So now that you've got space, and now you have to decide what you want to do with it. The P in Spark stands for pursuing not only your passions, your interests, and hobbies. That means doing more fun things. You do these activities because you find them pleasurable and interesting. It's good to have a large number of free time pursuits. This allows various aspects of your personality to come out, and in the process you'll gain more knowledge and skills. Ultimately, this may result in you experiencing flow and even more context. Don't forget to look through your fun journal and your list of fun magnets. Is there anything already there that could become a leisure time activity? Are there things you didn't want to do when you were younger that you might want to try out now? And what about new things that maybe you've never considered before? Here's that big idea again. Prepare for fun by making space, pursuing your passions, and attracting fun. Remember, solitary pursuits aren't bad. They're certainly more rewarding than simply scrolling through your phone. But if you want to generate true fun, you also need playfulness and connection. So, you've made space and found your passions. Now it's the time to attract fun, to become a fun magnet yourself. Yes, even if you're not currently somebody who everyone loves to be around, or you consider yourself to be an introvert, you can be intentional about becoming that person. Become someone who laughs easily at the humor of everyday life around you. Then you can strengthen your playfulness by exercising it more. Practicing being present, whether you are alone in the moment or with others, is essential to developing your fun mindset. When you're present, people notice and want to spend more time with you. This, in turn, will lead to more fun. And big idea number 1, rebel once in a while and remember to keep prioritizing your fun. In the previous big idea, we covered the first 3 elements of Spark: make space, pursue passions, and attract fun. Now let's consider the final 2, rebel and keep at it. It may surprise you to know that when the author of the Power of Fun book looked through all the anecdotes she was sent about past experiences of true fun, she discovered that many of the activities were, as she says, mildly naughty. Rules were broken, even only slightly, and some respondents described behaviors that were taboo, unexpected, or unusual. You could, for example, rebel against convention. Just because everyone else is talking about politics or the coronavirus doesn't mean you have to. You could rebel against traditions. And of course, there are many things you can rebel against. You could question the validity of some of your beliefs, for instance. You might find a shift in your mindset opens up new possibilities. You can even rebel against your responsibilities and obligations, well, within reason. Maybe don't quit your job and run off into the sunset. Just do some things that are for you, be a little selfish. Sign up for that cooking course you always wanted to take, for example, or plan a weekend getaway with your close friends. Here's that big idea again. Rebel once in a while and remember to keep prioritizing your fun. And finally, the K of Spark. Keep at it. If you want to prioritize fun, you need to commit to doing that for the rest of your life. Plan who your fun people are. Remember the fun magnets that you defined. And be sure to plan for fun too. Spontaneity isn't everything, and without planning, you might miss out on opportunities to engage your fun magnets. And finally, to have fun, you obviously have to invest time and attention, but small doses don't necessarily need a lot of monetary investment. Remember, if it comes to a choice of spending on things or on meeting people, always choose the latter. Time with your friends should be your priority. Here are some concluding ideas in this The Power of Fun book summary. If you want to lead a happy and healthy life, the pursuit of fun, true fun, that is essential. Performing a fun audit and identifying your fun magnets will help you to plan more activities where you'll experience the 3 elements necessary for true fun. The wonderful convergence of playfulness, connecting, and flow. And here's a really great way to take action. Build a fun toolkit. Put together a collection of things that inspire you that you can pull out at any time. It can become somewhere to keep your fun journal along with a list of ideas, souvenirs of fun times, photos, and reminders of your interests and hobbies. Whatever you end up putting in it, keep adding to it. And when you're feeling down or lacking ideas, reach inside and get inspired. Don't waste opportunities to pursue more true fun in your life. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to this channel for more book summaries from great leaders.